Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. I had to comment on the whole Taylor Swift not releasing the Taylor's version of Reputation. I'm almost a little disappointed, but I can't really see production-wise there being any difference in this album because it was fairly recent, and not long after she released that film, she started recording and re-releasing her other albums. So I'm not really sure what it would have to contribute. But because she can no longer use the whole, they're keeping my, my masters, and I'm not really getting the profits, so I'm going to re-record my album, buy the album you already own again, just so I get the money. Which she managed to pull off with 6 albums. She managed to get 6 albums to re-chart at #1 and get her fans to go out and buy the same album all over again. And then went and bought the masters anyway. So now she owns it all. So that was quite a scam, quite a grift. Why she didn't just wait until she released Reputation and then done that. But yeah, so apparently she's not releasing it because there's no reason to, and you just can't grift people, that past a certain point. People, once they know what you're doing, they won't, well, some won't. So they've pulled back on that, but apparently they're releasing a bunch of extra tracks or additional tracks, or I don't know. There's a bunch of supplemental stuff that was going to be included on the album that apparently was released with the other albums. They all had their own supplemental stuff. That is going to do really well. They're going to be fire. So we'll see. But I just found it interesting that she, did that. I'm like, why didn't you just do Reputation and then buy the masters, or at least just go public with buying the masters, and then you get another album going to #1 again and selling it all over again, and repackaging it, and feeding it to your fans all over again. Why stop at Reputation? It's actually one of my favorites as well, so I wouldn't have minded another version of that or whatever. So yeah, that's just what happened. Just want to comment on it. Didn't have a lot to say. And in case it's not clear, I think it was the whole thing was a grift, and she was planning it the whole time. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see, find out a bit more about how this sort of all went down, how it happened. But yeah, she pulled off a huge scam. She just put off a huge scam on her fans. She got them to buy all the albums again twice, and they all went to #1. They sold millions and millions and millions. She's a genius. I'll give her that. And the ticketing scams, and how she's just milking her fans for like huge, it's just, she is brilliant with that side of things. The musical side, she's good, but she's but the playing the media and playing the system and playing the industry, she is amazingly talented. She's a genius on that level. I have to give her that. But she sort of stopped short with this one. I don't know why, but I'm going to go.